So I'm about halfway to my location, which is a place called Watern Tor on Dartmoor. I've come up, it's middle of August still. It's absolutely baking hot. I've got the large format kit with me today. So I've got a mixture of film. So I've got some black and white Ilford FP4, and I've also got some Kodak E100 transparency film, both in 4x5 and roll film as well for the back. So yeah, it's I'm about, I think probably about halfway, I think. So it's not too far to go, but it's all uphill now from this bit. So I'm hoping to get up. I'm going to wild camp tonight. I'm with my son. He's carrying the load as well. So we're going to camp up there tonight. Should be really nice tonight. So hopefully get some shots. I don't know what sunset's going to be like. It's very hazy today. But I'm going to try and get up in the morning as well and do a few shots. So I'm just having a water stop and then crack on for the last little bit. So hopefully see you at the top. Well, at last we've made it up. You can see part of Watern Tor behind me. I shall show you this later on, but there's a gap called, I think it's called the Thalmere Gap in that one. So the Tor spreads across quite a wide area here. So there's kind of about 3 sections. So plan is just going to set up camp first. That's the most important thing. So we've got somewhere to sleep tonight, but also I need to get a brew on and chill out for a bit while the sun drops down. It's very hazy still, so I'm not sure what I'm going to get tonight. Sun's going off onto my right hand side. It's I think tomorrow it's coming over, it's going to rise over that way, over my left hand side, and it should kind of side light these rocks in the morning as well. Like I say, I'm not too sure about tonight whether I'm going to get anything or not, but definitely going to try some black and white. I'm not sure about the colour yet, but I need to have a little scout around first and do a couple of sort of test shots with my viewfinder app just to get some compositions. I know roughly what I want, but I don't want to be sort of rushing around at the last minute. So first thing I need to do is to set up camp and get a brew on. Okay, got a nice little spot for camping here, literally right below the Tor, and also just over here, you can see just above my tripod there's a little bit of a ridge. So there's a wind coming in from sort of southeast. Not too bad, it's more than a breeze basically, but it's basically going to protect us a bit from that during the night. There's a lot of cows up here. They're very curious as well, but like I say, we've got a lovely spot here. Like I say, right below the Tor. So I'm going to set a shot up. I'm going to try and attempt to get probably a black and white shot, I think, first. That's the plan. Again, like I said just now, it's very hazy light, so I'm not really tempted to shoot colour at the moment. We shall see what happens. So I'm opting for a very straightforward shot first. This lower part of Watern Tor, it's got this nice sort of pointy structure to it. The overall structure of these rocks is great. You know, I've googled the pictures of these before I came up, but this is the first time I've visited, so it's certainly living up to its reputation online. I've seen quite a few photos. This particular side to me is a little bit more photogenic, so I think I'm going to kick off with this. I've got probably about 3/4 of an hour to an hour of light, but again it's very hazy, so I think black and white, nice sort of study of this. I'm going to probably use a red filter, and the sky beyond this way is still quite blue, but there's a few little clouds here and there, so I'm hoping it'll kind of pick that up as well. saying to my son just now, it's so peaceful up here. I live next to a road, quite a busy road, and coming up here, it's just what a contrast. It's beautiful. All you can hear is kind of birds, no traffic noise whatsoever. It's absolutely stunning. I brought my 3 lenses with me. I've got my 135, my 180, and also the 90, my trusty 90mm, which I think I'm going to use for this shot. I'm going to try and get it all in the frame. Now I have brought my 6x17 back, but at the moment I'm not sure if I'm going to be shooting any 6x17. I'm going to try and get this shot in the bag, I think, first, before this light disappears, because I don't think it's going to last very long. Okay, it's fairly straightforward. It's got a little bit of rise there because I'm set down pretty much on ground level, so a little bit of rise just to get the top in rather than having to tilt the camera back too much, which would mean I just have to start playing around with tilt and rear shift and tilt, trying to get everything in focus. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm still going to stop down to about f32 because it's not soft, but I'm just a little bit concerned about the very tip of the rock here, or the Tor I should say, and the very back of the Tor. I just want to keep everything in focus, but it looks pretty good. So the light is very soft and subtle, which I was kind of hoping for a bit more directional light tonight, but yeah, can't have everything. So I'm getting 2 seconds exposure, monitoring through the red filter just on the rock itself, because it's a nice kind of mid-tone. It ranges between 1 second and 2 seconds. So I think I'm going to go for a 1 second exposure. I don't want to go too overexposed because I'm not too fussed. There's not much shadow detail here to worry about. What I'm more concerned about is I want the sky to kind of stand out a bit more as well. At the moment, the sky is only one stop difference. So I think the red filter, there's a few little wispy bits of cloud here, kind of skimming through. So I think the red filter should make it stand out a bit more. So yeah, 1 second, f32. I've closed the lens down, so let's get that in place. test. Excellent. Okay. I had plans to be shooting various formats and various films tonight, but like I say, I'm not too keen on the light especially for transparency film. I think I might try some of that in the morning instead. But just wait for the sun to drop into a tiny little gap, but it is very soft light. Okay, I've just had to move a cow who was kind of standing in the frame, but half in the frame and half out of the frame. I hate having to do that, but you know, the cow's got much more right to be here than I have. Poor cow. So it's not going to get much better than this, I don't think. Very soft light still, but I'm going to shield the lens anyway. Okay. It's always nice to get one shot in the bag. I'm not sure whether it's going to be okay, but we shall see. Nice composition. Let me know what you think. So I think that's it for 4x5 tonight. I'm going to load some 120 film in the roll film back, 6x17 back. I want to get a shot of this part of the tour with the 135mm lens, so slightly further back. But there's also a shot at the top there that I want to try and get before the sun disappears completely, if I can. And I'm going to save the colour film, I think, for the morning. I think it looks a bit more promising in the morning with the light. It'll obviously be light on the other side of the tours, but I've just scouted some compositions out for tomorrow morning. So yeah, hopefully fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm going to get set up to do a couple of panoramics, I think. Oh, that's quite a nice shot actually. Again, still very soft light, but it kind of works. So, again, f32. Take some meter readings in a minute. I'm also going to use the red filter, which is going to create quite a long exposure, I think. Four seconds. Okay. Last dash of the evening. Go back up, and I've got 2 frames left on this roll of 120. So for the panoramic, I'm either going to shoot with ideally the 180 or the 135 again. I'm hoping to shoot with the 180 if I can get the framing right. The light, I don't know if you can see behind me here, no, probably not. The light is pretty much gone, but we got this nice subtle afterglow at the moment. I'm still shooting black and white, but it should be nice and soft light. So I've opted for the 180. Light's disappeared, but it's got this nice kind of soft afterglow at the moment, but I think I'm going to have to use quite a strong grad on the sky just to try and sort of keep some detail, some balance as well. So I've got rid of the red filter and swapped it for a 0.9 grey grad. So again, I'm going to shoot at f32, just trying to get a decent reading. Yeah, 4 seconds. 4 seconds at f32. So I'm using quite a heavy grad on the sky, which I'm not sure whether it'll be too heavy or not. We shall see. Well, light wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it's been nice to be up here tonight, so I'm going to finish off my coffee. I'm going to get some rest tonight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather should be good tomorrow morning, so we shall see. So I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's looking a little bit more promising this morning. I've just had a quick scout around just to try and figure out my compositions for this morning. And if you can see behind me, the sun's rising at the moment. I'm not fussed about the sunrise itself, just want some nice side light on everything. So as predicted, I'm just going to side light all these tours. So I've got 2 or 3 main compositions that I want to concentrate on this morning. So I'm just going to have my coffee, wake up a little bit, and get set up for the first one. The beauty of wild camping like this is you can literally crawl out of your tent and you're in the location, which is fantastic. So I'm going to shoot some Kodak E100 first this morning. Light's picking up nicely now, so it should look quite nice, hopefully. I'm going to shoot with a 90mm, so I'm quite a wide frame here. That's the composition done. No rush this morning. So it was a bit of a rush last night in a few shots, but this morning I can kind of take my time a little bit more. So I'm getting a half-second bass reading off a mid-tone here on the rocks, and I'm also getting an 1/8 of a second in the sky. So I don't want to overexpose, so I don't want to go to half a second because it's going to blow the sky out a little bit more, I think. So I'm going to go in between. So I'm going to go for 1/4 of a second at f32. I'm also going to shoot this in black and white. I'm going to do a colour version and a black and white version, I think. I just think both will work equally well, hopefully. Okay. Take a couple of steps forward, and I'm hoping to shoot this, but it depends on if I can do this without getting my shadow in it, which I should just about be able to do, I think. It's very tricky because the sun's directly behind me. I just spin you around. It's a great little gap between these rocks, but you can see in the bottom of the frame my shadow, which is pretty much directly where I want to stand. So I could stand over this way and get down a bit lower, but you can see my problem I'm having here with my shadow. So I'll try and figure out a workaround. If it doesn't work, I'll have to scrap it. I've used a bit of shift as well, because if I physically move too far to the right, I'm getting my shadow in the bottom right hand corner, but by using shift I'm not physically changing position, so it's enabling me to miss out that shadow. So I'm all set up. Sun's weakened a little bit, so I might give it a little bit longer. So again, I'm going to shoot this in colour and black and white, I think. And I think out of the two, the black and white I'm kind of thinking is going to look a bit better. We shall see. So I've got 1/4 of a second, f32. When I'm using multiple holders and sheets of film, even though I put the black side out to show that it's been exposed, I still tick, old school, tick the back of the frame as well, just to double sort of insurance to make sure I don't overexpose it again. So I'm going to shoot the black and white frame as well of this, same exposure. Classic landscape scene now. A little bit of front tilt just to get these rocks in the foreground in focus, and then refocused on the distance. I'll spin you around now to show you what I've got. So I've got these rocks in the foreground here. So with my tilt, I'm able to get all that into focus, and then I refocus on the furthest rocks down there then, and then just adjust backwards and forwards. So this is my frame basically. So nice classic landscape. Sun's climbing pretty high pretty quickly at the moment, but still some nice sort of soft light. So I'm getting 1/4 of a second at f32 as my base reading. ISO 100, that sounds about right. Years of experience of shooting at this speed and at this light. When I get around that sort of base reading, I know that I'm pretty close. I'm going to finish off with a couple of panoramics this morning. Again, Kodak E100 I'm shooting. I've got 2 frames, one up at this top section of the that I shot last night in black and white, but the light was a bit flat. But this morning it's nice and kind of golden light, and I think this film should do it justice. So I'm going to shoot this and then drop down further back to where I was first thing this morning and shoot along there. Right, final composition of the morning in panoramic. Quite a productive trip, I think. We've had some great fun. Sat up here last night looking out over the landscape, complete silence. Oh, it's beautiful. So yeah, I'm really glad we got up here, even though it's a bit of a struggle for me, not for him. But yeah, it's been good. So quite a few shots in the bag. Hope you like them. Please let me know your comments and stuff. Again, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. That will let you know when I'm loading up new videos. And please take a look on the website. I'll be uploading these at some point to the website, to the various galleries. But yeah, for now we're gonna have some breakfast, finish my coffee, pack the tent down later on, and take a walk back down to the car. So it's been great, good fun. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And please join me on the next one.